Hi, and welcome to the SaVeg podcast.
I'm Rose, also known as Cheap Lazy Vegan on YouTube.
And I'm Daniel, one of your favorite guest stars on Cheap Lazy Vegan's YouTube channel.
We're two friends who love to talk about the latest trending topics.
So get comfortable and join us while we give our SaVeg take on just about everything.
You are currently listening to the previous episode of this podcast, but if you would like to listen to this week's episode and get some exclusive content, go over to patreon.com/thesavagepodcast. You want to do the honors, Daniel?
No, I know you got a lot of pleasure out of it last time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the SaVeg podcast.
Hey, guys. We are back.
Wow, that was insane.
Very weirdly in sync.
I know, we're back. And we are sitting on Daniel's couch as per usual. Mm-hmm. We don't have a proper studio yet.
Not yet. But I mean, I feel like it's in the works. I feel like,
I think so.
Well, it will happen at some point.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it, guys.
Oh, God damn.
I'm working on a studio, an office.
If you saw the room Rose is working in, it's gonna be years, okay? That's gonna take.
Oh God, honestly, that room gives me so much anxiety. Anyway, we're talking about my new place.
Yeah.
And my second bedroom, which I'm turning into an office.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically have cleaned everywhere else in the house, mostly.
It looks amazing.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Except for the office.
Rose's secret hoarding room. You know how everyone
it's
has
like Monica's closet. If you guys watch Friends,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. I've basically just shoved everything in there for now. Haven't cleaned it yet.
Everyone has that kind of they're like that kinky room or that
kinky room.
Well,
that's nothing but kinky.
No, I know. It's, well, unless someone gets off at hoarding.
Oh God.
Then they'd be like, oh God, this
hoarding
room,
is an actual I think it's like a mental disorder.
It is, yeah. It's there's something.
Yeah, there's like a mental issue. Yeah. So do I have a mental issue?
Well, that's for another episode of the podcast, guys. But what happened yesterday, Rose? What day was it yesterday?
Okay. It was my 23rd birthday. Danny, why you laugh?
Well,
you say I don't look 23?
No, you definitely do. 23 10 years in a row, Rose.
God, you guys, I'm 33.
Mm-hmm. We're both 33
And what did you
now.
say about my 33-year-oldness?
That you're 7 years from 40. Is that what I said?
And you said that I'm geriatric.
No, I did not know. Someone was
Pretty
telling me.
much.
Someone told me, and I can't remember if this is true. I think it's if you're over 30 or maybe over 35. I can't remember which one it is, but if you get pregnant at that age, it's considered a geriatric pregnancy. Which is really sad.
This is the problem. Okay, we've created a society now where 30-year-olds are children still, and but our bodies are like, yo, you better have a baby in the next 3 years, otherwise your baby's gonna have all these fucking issues.
Yeah, your baby maker's gonna stop working.
Sorry, what was this?
Your baby maker will stop working.
Yes. Okay, and you're gonna have all these problems.
Adoption, Rose. That's the answer.
Oh God, but then adoption's difficult.
I know.
They're gonna be like, you're vegan. You're gonna starve your child.
You're gonna create deficiencies in the child's diet.
Seriously.
It's so funny because at Rose's birthday, speaking of veganism and stuff, not naming and shaming any particular people that we've met before in life, but there was one particular vegan YouTuber
that you just love to talk about.
Yes. Well, anyway, he decided to not be vegan anymore because of health reasons, and then went on to consume the most insane amount of junk food I've ever seen in my life.
That's the thing.
On these mukbangs, and gained 400 pounds.
I wonder if that is a factor in your adoption process. If somebody's morbidly obese or something.
I don't know. I've never seen the process documents. So.
Yeah. Anyone know anything about adoption? Let us know, because maybe one day we will adopt.
Well, I have to adopt, so.
Well, depends if you want children or not.
Yeah.
Do you want children, Daniel?
I don't know yet.
Oh God.
That's the question of the century.
Oh God. I saw this TikTok, and it was this couple that was just sitting there, and they were they're like, oh, when you're 30 and you're in a happy relationship, and what did it say? And you decide that you want to have children later, but then you realize you're 30.
Yeah, there is no later.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh God,
you're not ready to have children for another 10 years, but then in 10 years you're 40. That's definitely geriatric.
I wish that our bodies, because I feel like your 20s, you're still so young, and then your 30s, you grow into yourself, and then I wish how it's 30 to 35 now is considered geriatric. I wish I wish it was pushed out so it was 40 or 45. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So
I wish guys, we have made smartphones. We have made machines that can fly to different places in the world. Can we not somehow alter our bodies to like, become like, machines.
Yeah, but then the question is that actually a good thing? Do you know what I mean? Like if people start having kids, because we already have a population crisis in a sense that like there's too many people on the planet, right? Like,
I mean, yes, it raises some questions.
Exactly. So,
but at the same time, I'm like, but I mean, if it means, God damn, Daniel, but if it means that we can be like healthier, you know, longer.
I think that could,
for example.
Potentially. But again, if we start extending, and this is part of the problem with people, like humans, it's like
we were living too long.
We're living too long now. So not
Daniel.
only are we having this population boom, well, not boom, but like it just keeps growing, but because people are living longer, it doesn't it exacerbates the problem. Right. Damn. So they were saying like, I think there's 8 billion people on the planet now.
But the problem is it's not the people that are, older, being responsible, having children. That's the problem necessarily.
Yeah.
It's the people that are popping out babies like nobody's business. It's the lack of birth control. I mean, I'm sure it's a mixture of many different problems.
It's a myriad of different things.
But I mean, well, I think one of the problems is that we just let everybody who can have babies just have babies. Like we discussed before. I'm like, there should be a process.
There should be a process.
There should be a screening process. You know,
is this person qualified? Not qualified, but is this person like in a good mental health headspace?
Exactly.
Because you're right. Like literally, this is what's kind of crazy. Like I get it through the adoption process, you have to go through a lot of like, again, I don't know the full process, but like hoops and whatever else. But you're right. Like literally anybody could have a baby.
Anybody that can like has a working, whatever. And that's why a lot of young people have babies because maybe they accidentally have babies, which is fine if you're young and you could be responsible and you have, a family, whatever. But then if you're like young and you like don't know anything and, you don't have income and you don't know anything about raising a child. And then you just bring up a child. Yeah. What if you have mental health issues and you haven't dealt with that?
Exactly.
Then that continues the cycle of toxicity.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing that was really powerful that you had said to me, those people that like, and this like kind of resonated with me and stuck with me. It's like more around like abortion and stuff, but
abortion? Yeah. Okay.
It was around like how there was people outside of like a Planned Parenthood or something, clinic or whatever it was. Anyway, there's a bunch of like people protesting out there, being
anti-abortion people.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, this is ridiculous," blah 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 blah. And then I think it was you that told me somebody came out and was like, "There's an adoption clinic just down the road with lots of unwanted babies. Go and adopt them."
The question was, how many babies have you adopted?
Oh yeah. How many babies have you adopted? And it's like none. Well, it's like, okay, great. Yeah. Anyway, I digress, guys.
Anyways, I mean, I don't know how we got into that topic.
No idea.
Well, the topic is I'm getting old.
Yes.
And I'm feeling the pressures.
Yeah. We had a lovely little.
We're all feeling the pressures.
We are.
Right now. Are you feeling it as a gay man?
I am, because I'm like, the older I'm getting, the less, my looks are starting to fade.
Daniel.
And then,
I feel like, in the gay world, like, being a bit older, what's the word we don't like to use?
Daddy? I do not. We were talking about this yesterday, guys. And I was like,
where did this come from?
I don't know. Okay.
And that is like a Freudian issue here.
Oh God. You know what? And I would like, honestly, like if some young guy was like into me, like a really young guy, and then he was like, yeah, I just want to call you daddy. I'd be like, get out right now.
You're such a daddy.
Oh God. I can't think, like, not that there's like, I get it. People are into whatever they're into, but like some guys really like that. Like I bet you there's older guys out there that are like, yeah, like I'm like, the father figure. I don't even know.
It's
like,
not I'm not defending this, but also it's not father. Okay, I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of messed up.
It's a very strange, because I remember
who came up with this concept and why did we stick to it?
Do you remember though, back when we were like in high school and stuff, there was that whole phrase, or like I remember it was like really big at one point, where it was like, "Who's your daddy?"
Ew! Like it's so gross.
I know, and I'm just like,
I don't understand humans. Know, like no wonder we're such degenerates. Like just
God.
as a species.
But yeah, we discussed this yesterday as well, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be anyone's daddy. I want to be like
I do feel like in the gay world, maybe I'm totally wrong, but like being a bit older is it's not as big of an, like for women. I think if there's anyone that has the most pressure, I think it's women.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
but men just in general have less pressure, right?
Yes.
Like even the straight community, like guys get older and it's not such a big thing.
Yeah. Or maybe in the gay. So do you think straight men have less pressure than gay men about getting older, or do you think it's similar?
I don't know. It's so hard to say.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I would think that they maybe do, but again, I don't know.
Yeah, because straight guys can just be like, "Hey, I'm like 7 years old. As long as I have a lot," they have more pressure to like make a lot of money.
Yeah, they have a lot more pressure to be financially stable.
Yes.
And so like I feel like a lot of guys that maybe they don't make much money and stuff, they feel really insecure about that.
Yeah. That's definitely.
So there's other like negatives.
Pressures.
Yeah. So that can be a challenge,
God damn, but like age is like, I don't know, like. There's nothing I can do to help this age.
Well, there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's just a continual.
I think I might start getting Botox.
Oh, God damn, Rose. we're not getting invasive procedures.
Can I get non-invasive procedures?
Like a chemical peel, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I need to look into this. Like, I'm actually starting to be like, maybe I should just look into some of my,
Rejuviderm
wrinkles.
Or whatever it is. I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
This is the thing. I don't know any of this.
I've started going and getting regular massages, which is really nice.
That's great. I'm sure that helps with, anti-aging.
I think so.
I don't know.
Like it helps circulation. It helps muscles feel better.
Now I have to worry about wrinkles and pimples. I still get fucking pimples. I was told when you're an adult, you don't get pimples.
Oh, that's the biggest crock of shit ever.
I've never heard such a lie.
To be fair, though, like I had really bad acne back in the day.
True.
Yeah, like
I
really
did have
bad.
it worse when I was a teenager.
But I still randomly, I'll get like spots and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I am like 33. Like I'll end up, I'll have like a big zit like right here.
I know. I have
growing
like
out
a
of
couple
my face.
right now. What the fuck?
And I'm like, ew, like why am I like a 33-year-old child? Okay, like this was supposed to stop like years ago.
I'm supposed to worry about wrinkles, not wrinkles and pimples at the same time.
God damn, Rose.
Oh God,
this is the joy of life.
God damn, Daniel, I'm freaking out. I'm 33. What the fuck?
I know.
That's disgusting. No, it's not disgusting.
It's not
Guys,
disgusting.
This is not to do with you if you're older, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? This is my own insecurities.
It is your own. And you need to get, you know what, Rose? You need to get the fuck over it. No.
God damn, Daniel, you be harsh as hell.
I'm just kidding. I think every age brings its like pros and cons. Because like there's certain things I like better about being in my 30s than I did about my 20s,
I know. I think it's the time pressure of like feeling like there's certain things I need to be doing right now.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid. But at the same time, I'm just like,
I agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm.
And with
everyone
that,
be having babies.
Oh, damn, that's true. Everyone is having babies.
Like, literally, I've never had such an influx of baby photos on my fucking feed.
I know, but then you have to like, and again, guys, this is gonna sound, I don't want to sound negative, but like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are like really happy with their families, their partners, their babies. But we have to remember that there's a lot of people that are out there that aren't. Mm-hmm. So just because it's kind of annoying.
You think they're not happy with their babies?
Well, not that they're not happy with their babies, but like it's not necessarily that they're in a happy situation.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like they might love their children and their kids and stuff, but like overall, like it's funny how society's like the stereotypical like what makes you happy is being in a relationship and having kids. Like that's like what you're supposed to do. And it's like actually like there's a lot of people that do that aren't happy.
Sure.
So I think you have to kind of try to take the roll with the punches, like
I'll adopt a little Korean child.
I think that's when you were saying that, I was like, that's like the cutest thing ever, because then, they're going to grow up in Canada, but you can teach them like Korean culture.
We talked about all this yesterday.
Yeah.
When I started freaking out about turning through. I don't know why, because somebody was like, oh yeah, you're 34 next year. And that freaked me out. Yeah. I don't know what it is. 33, I was like, okay, 33. And then someone's like 34. And I was like, I'm 34 next year. And then I had a mental breakdown. Yeah. And then
Rose started crying and ran to the bathroom.
No, I didn't. But I was saying that, I would like to adopt a little Korean baby. Because we're talking about like, different options for adoption. Yeah. And then one of her friends was like, you could foster and then adopt. But then I'm like, well, I kind of want to adopt from Korea. Yeah. Because lots of Korean babies get put up for adoption. I don't know about right now, but it's especially back in the day. Yeah. Because having a child out of wedlock was like very not acceptable. Still now, I'm sure, is like a lot more taboo than here, for example, like being a single mom, for example. Yeah. Very taboo. So a lot of people will, and I don't actually know if abortion's legal yet. I'm not sure.
In Korea.
Yeah. So anyways, a lot of women will put up their babies for adoption. But Koreans have this fucking annoying thing where they have to be, like, it has to be your blood. Like a lot of cultures have this.
But it's not just Koreans, it's everyone.
Exactly. A lot of cultures.
A lot of people.
But certain cultures are stronger in that mindset of like, it has to be the bloodline.
It has to be
like,
the
fuck
bloodline.
This fucking bloodline, okay? Like, it's just so anyway, in my opinion, it's stupid, but whatever. Yeah. Anyways, so they won't adopt, is what I'm saying. Like, people usually don't adopt. A lot of Korean people don't adopt. I'm sure there are some people that do. Yeah. So that's why a lot of Korean kids get adopted internationally to foreign families. Yeah.
That's so interesting because actually two of the Korean, I met two Koreans when I was living in Spain. Yeah. And both of them separately were adopted to American families.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It happens a lot. I've met Korean adoptees as well, which is great. I think it's still great to, be adopted by different, families from different countries. Yeah. But then I was thinking, if I adopt a little Korean baby, at least, she's coming into the Korean culture. She can learn about her own culture still, learn the language.
Exactly.
Still.
She can go to
still keep with the Korean heritage.
Saturday Korean school or whatever it is, speak Korean to the grandparents.
Yes, that would be so cute, because, I think one of the issues, like I do wonder about, what it would be like to be an adoptee. Yeah. Because I've seen some like videos and stuff, people talking about it. And oh my God, we didn't do our Patreon shout outs.
We will. We're going to do it.
Okay, we will.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Because we still haven't started our stories
Sure.
either.
Oh my God, we were just rambling.
It's okay.
So yeah, I see, videos about Korean adoptees and stuff. And some people, they're, very like, everything's great, fine. But a lot of people have a lot of identity issues. And, they're just like, I don't know who I am. Am I Korean? Am I American? Am I, French? Like, what am I?
Yeah.
And I think and some people feel like they've been abandoned, like, I think you would like imagine.
It would be hard.
What would it be like?
I don't know. It's hard. Like until you're in that position, you can't really say, right? Like it's an interesting.
Yeah, it's really
thing,
interesting.
Right.
And when do you tell your child, like, I think it's easy when your child is Asian and you're white. Obviously, it's obvious that, but if your child is like, if I get a Korean baby, when do I tell my Korean baby that she's adopted?
Exactly.
Oh, God damn. We'd be talking about all kinds of shit.
God damn. Well, and with that,
who knows
guys,
if Koreans would want me to adopt anyway? Okay,
this is true. They might be like,
this
no,
crazy redheaded vegan.
She ain't Korean enough.
She ain't eating no fucking meat.
I know. Like she not no Korean barbecue over there. God damn, hell no. We don't want our kid growing up.
Oh
no,
God, seriously though, I do think that might be a point of concern for people. You know how our society is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
with that, guys,
we're going to do our Patreon shout outs. If you guys don't know, we do a little shout out for our new patrons.
Yes, we do.
Each episode. So if you want to join the Patreon family, get a little shout out from us, as well as bonus episodes every month and the episodes ad free. Join us on patreon.com/the SaVeg podcast. What is the other benefit of Patreon?
Well, you mentioned the ad free and also the exclusive content.
Yes.
And also, you get like a direct line into me and Rose. You can you can interact with us. You can give us suggestions of like for the Patreon exclusives, what you want us to do.
And they get their episodes earlier than everybody else.
A week early. I totally forgot about that one, Rose. God damn, you'd be smart
we
as
have
hell.
too many perks.
I know. God damn.
So we would like to say thank you to Laura.
And to Lynn.
Thanks, guys, for joining our Patreon family. Anyways, so now, should we go into the stories?
We shall, guys. So without further ado, goddamn, we're on a tangent.
It's because I'm having a mental breakdown, Daniel. Goddamn, I'll be emotional as hell. So Emma Chamberlain. It's a story about Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah, well, the story, it's not just about Emma Chamberlain, but it kind of did spark some controversy. So I guess.
Do you know Emma Chamberlain?
Not at all.
Of course you do.
I don't know who. The next story is about another TikToker.
Daniel does not spend time on the internet, which is great. You spend time doing real things.
Yeah. Well,
Emma Chamberlain is a huge YouTuber.
Okay.
Yes, she's very famous. She does vlogs and she's very chill. She actually, I actually enjoy her content.
Yeah.
She's very young. I think she's like 20 years old, maybe 19 or something.
So I guess what had happened, there's a couple things that have been going on. It's not just about Emma Chamberlain, but I guess I think there was the Met Gala a couple weeks ago.
Sure, the fancy thing that like rich and famous people go to.
Exactly. So
what is that? What do they do there?
So basically, I don't really know, guys, to let us know what the Met Gala officially is, but I know that like to go, you have to receive an exclusive invite from like Anna Wintour, who's like the designer or whatever, I think. And typically it's like mega wealthy people, celebrities.
Is it a charity?
I think so.
Sure.
I think it's like some kind of charitable event, but yeah, it's primarily like A-list celebrities would go. You know what I mean? Like, or like huge figures, like sometimes politicians, things like that.
Yeah, like people that are famous that are someone, I guess.
So the reason that Emma and actually a few other YouTubers and stuff sparked controversy is a bunch of them were invited to the Met Gala.
Right.
So of course, obviously, if you're invited to the Met Gala, like you would want to go to the Met Gala, I feel like. I
think so. I mean, you want to feel special.
But basically, I guess there was like when her and I guess there was some other YouTubers, some TikTokers, they were all there, and there was a lot of backlash. People were like, "Oh,"
because they were social media influencers.
Exactly,
right? I heard about this story.
Yeah, and then people were saying, "Oh, well, like what's going on? Like, why are they there? Like, social media influencers aren't celebrities.
Who cares?"
I know. And then they were saying,
people are so annoying.
I know. They were like, "Oh, the exclusivity or the what was the? I'm gonna read.
Oh, as in it's no longer like special anymore. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, many argue the internet personalities' debut appearances. So I guess it's the first time that there was like YouTubers and stuff there.
Oh, interesting.
At the star-studded event meant a loss in its exclusivity.
Okay, first of all, like who gives a shit?
I know.
This is just a place where rich and famous people schmooze and they just, show off how rich and famous they are, and they dress up and they look all whatever. And like, does anyone really want the celebrity culture to like? There's this one tweet. It says, celebrity culture is going down the tubes when they invite YouTubers to the Met Gala. The usually highly prestigious and exclusive and impossible to get in, invite only by Anna Wintour herself, Met Gala. I'm like, who are you and why do you want the celebrities to have that like exclusivity and only celebrities only like culture?
It's kind of sparked this whole debate, and actually it's a question which I think I have my opinion on this, but like, what do you think? Like, influencers and celebrities, are they interchangeable?
I mean, kind of. I mean, celebrities are famous people. Like, what is the definition of a celebrity? Someone that is famous, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So some people are famous. Like, for example, Paris Hilton would be a celebrity, right?
Yeah.
What is she really famous for? Like, being a socialite.
Kim Kardashian is
Kim Kardashian
example. Yeah.
So these are famous people that are famous for,
being famous,
and they are famous. Like, there are different types of celebrities. So if you are famous, like Emma Chamberlain is huge. She is huge. She has tons of followers, like millions.
Yeah.
So if you have millions of followers, you're probably a celebrity. And who cares? Like, people are they have too much goddamn time on their fucking hands. Like, yes, you are a celebrity if you're famous. Like, what the
that's what I think.
And who cares?
This is my thoughts. I was saying, like, if you are a big YouTuber, even a YouTuber, TikToker, whatever, and you have a massive following and there's a lot of people, you're making shitloads of money doing it, guess what? You have celebrity status because the definition of a celebrity is someone that is.
What is the definition of a celebrity?
That's a good question. The definition of a celebrity, guys.
I'm gonna Google it, guys.
But it's essentially somebody that's famous, right? Like, you are a famous person. You're recognizable. You are, that's kind of like what a celebrity is. And, these YouTubers and stuff, especially the really big ones and social media influencers, they're recognizable. They are in their own right a different type of celebrity.
Okay, I got the definition of celebrity.
All right, goddamn, let's hear
it.
A
famous person. And similar. The state of being well known. So
there you go. Exactly. So, like,
what the fuck? I'm so tired of this. Like, I mean, I understand to some extent because before, like, for example, to become, a celebrity, right? Before, like, internet and social media, you had to, like, go through all kinds of shit, right? All kinds of fucking, people, all kinds of companies. Like, you had to be approved by some, like, rich and famous CEO of, like, some music company. And that also has all kinds of issues when you become famous through those things. You know, you don't get famous because you're too ugly. Yeah. You don't get famous because you're too fat or whatever the fuck it is. Okay. Yeah. So that also has issues. Like, don't pretend that, like, just because you get selected by certain, old people that own some kind of, like, prestigious music company or, film company, that, like, you're somehow like more special than people that became famous because of audience.
Exactly. And I think that the interesting thing is like a lot of people, like, the part of the backlash of I think why they're saying, like, oh, this traditional celebrity is somebody that, like, is a really great singer or a really great actor or whatever it may be, and they're, like, actually super talented. But at the same time, it's like, what? There's
what was that sound?
I don't know. It was like me sucking back air. I don't know what that was, guys. Sorry. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah. But the thing is just because, like, there are so many talented people out there, right? So many talented people that are great singers and great actors that, guess what? They aren't in the spotlight at all. They might have a regular job doing whatever. They just weren't at maybe the right spot at the right time. Maybe they didn't have the look of a certain, like a celebrity look or whatever it is. So actually, a lot of these YouTubers, influencers, or whatever you want to call them, social media stars, they actually do have a talent because they're captivating audiences in some way, shape, or form, right? So you can't discredit that. They're still pulling an audience. They're still intriguing people, and they're still getting the definition of a celebrity, which is to be famous. Yeah. So
I mean, and, like, we've talked about how, like, we don't understand how, like, Charli D'Amelio, whatever, how she's famous, and certain TikTokers, like, there's a girl named, like, Addison Rae, who I think was mentioned in this article. She is. And she's, like, so fucking famous on TikTok. Yeah. And she was in, like, a movie on Netflix and stuff.
I saw it.
Did you fucking watch that movie?
I did.
He's all that? Daniel? Tell me.
Guys, don't judge me.
Okay, see, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like, I'm also on the camp of, why are they famous? How the fuck how the fuck,
Definitely certain YouTubers and certain people.
You could say the same thing about actual, like, celebrities, like traditional celebrities.
Of course, yeah.
So, but at the same time, also
they might not be our cup of tea.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
at the same time, though, if they have this opportunity, fine, fucking take it. Who cares?
Exactly.
Like, do it. It obviously makes money, and that's the entire point.
So, guys, just a little side note. The reason I watched it is because, like, I don't know how many people.
How high were you, Daniel?
I was not high.
Okay, continue.
Maybe I was. But, like, basically, I was a big fan of She's All That. Like, that film is so cheesy.
Seriously?
But I loved it.
You're
yeah.
so cute. cute.
You know, like it was such
it was like one of those 90s like romance film, teen romance.
Exactly. With like
my favorite was 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh yeah, I liked that one.
Continue.
Or like Clueless was another one.
No, I never really watched that. I think I watched it one time, like long time ago.
Oh, you need to rewatch it.
Really?
Yeah.
I was really into 10 Things I Hate About You, and then there was like one other one. Like Never Been Kissed. I think.
Yeah.
That one was good.
But I loved She's All That. So I saw that there was a remake, He's All That, and I was like, well, I might as well watch it, see what it's like.
And
horrible. It was so bad. Because it was basically I think Addison Rae plays the main girl.
Yes.
And her storyline is that she's like a famous Instagrammer.
Like influencer. Yeah.
And that's like her storyline, but part of her story is that she's actually like from a really poor family and stuff, but she pretends to be rich, pretends to be something that she's not, and she's like considered the A-list person at school with like amazing followers. And then anyway, it's just like a very weird.
How's the acting?
It's funny because I don't want to knock it too much, but like there was another. I didn't watch this show. There was like another YouTuber or somebody that like transferred over to like a Netflix show or something. And I seem to remember the reviews and stuff was just not great.
God, this is the thing. It's like, and Addison, again, I think she's very young as well. Yeah. She must be like 19 or maybe 18.
I think the part of the thing is she is like gorgeous.
And like,
right?
I'm just thinking like, well, I mean, she's pretty, but like a lot of people are pretty.
No, this is
so I'm very confused. But anyway, I'm just thinking like, oh God, like, this is going to be embarrassing when you're 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking like, oh God, like imagine being in that movie and then like 10 years later, you're like, oh God.
But probably some people think that about the movies they've been in blockbusters and stuff too.
True. But that movie, like it just looks embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like I had secondhand embarrassment just looking at the trailer. I think I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
No, actually I watch a lot of reviews of the movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes when there's like a bad movie, I don't watch it. I just like watch the reviews of it.
You get a kick out of the reviews. I know one of my favorite things was when we were watching Indian Matchmaker. Yeah. And you went on YouTube and like watched some things, and then Rose would like snapshot comments, but it was like just the funniest shit. Like, because like one of the jokes about Indian Matchmaker, if you guys haven't seen it, is that you know the main lady that's like the matchmaker, right? Yeah. One of the comments that Rose screenshotted to me, but it's so true. She's like, "This could possibly be the worst matchmaker in India. Success rate 0." Something like this. And I was like,
true, because none of them stay together.
I know. And I was like, oh my God, it's so funny. Oh
God. But anyway, back to the story. So what do we think? Don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I don't care who goes to the fucking Met Gala. It does not impact me. It doesn't impact this person that did this tweet. Like,
yeah. And if it is like a fundraiser, the Met Gala, like, you know, if you have more people there, I guess it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the point is. I'm sure it's a fundraiser for something.
Yeah, I think guys, again, if you know more about the Met Gala, let us know below. Clearly neither of us follow it.
Yeah.
I just know there's a big event. A lot of people get dressed up for it.
Yeah.
Be like, who's wearing, you know, designer clothes and taking pictures on the runway.
It's all about how you look on the Met Gala.
Exactly.
But
it's a big event.
I thought Met Gala was for celebrities. YouTubers and are not celebrities. Well, actually, they are because they're fucking famous.
Exactly. We just looked at the definition. You can do it yourselves at home. What is the definition of a celebrity? They're famous. And YouTubers, some of them are famous. Yeah,
the thing is, some like celebrity, like some people that are like movie stars, probably aren't even as recognizable as certain YouTubers and TikTokers. So who can say like who's like fake, like who's a celebrity or not?
Yeah,
like
who defines
and
this
who
shit?
cares? Like you sound like a bunch of like little children fighting over something stupid. Anyway. Next story.
Okay, so the next story, guys, again, somebody, I don't know who this is.
Okay, I don't know who this is, but so she's obviously very famous.
She's a big TikToker.
Is she a celebrity?
She is is she a celebrity, Rose? I don't know. Is she famous? I guess so. I don't know.
Is she famous?
So we're talking about none other than Zoe Laverne.
Zoe Laverne. I'm gonna Google this person.
Yeah, see what come up.
She's an internet personality. She's 20 years of age.
Of course she is.
Wow, she has 2.7 million followers on Instagram.
Okay,
but she's a TikToker. So let me check her on TikTok.
How many TikTok followers she got, Rose? You tell us.
Oh my God. TikTok's a crazy place.
I know. TikTok is like...
You can literally become a celebrity overnight. 21.5 million. What the fucking shit fuck?
Okay, calm down there, Rose.
How? What does she do?
She does, you know... She could be like...
She has a child. Oh, yeah. She has a child. Yes, okay. That was the whole point of the story.
This was the point of the story. It's kind of like that when we looked at, and again, you know, good on you for getting celebrity stays like Charlie D'Amelio or whatever.
I'm shocked.
I remember me and Rose like looked at some of her TikTok videos because she got famous on TikTok for her dances.
Right.
And I was like expecting, like, honestly, I've seen some other TikTok dancers that are amazing,
Right,
like
right.
so talented, and you get it. So I was like, okay, this girl, she must be like the most amazing dancer.
But you know
ever.
that doesn't make
I know. And then
a person a celebrity.
this is true. And we watched it and I was just like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate to be those old people that are like, how are these people famous?
This is true.
You
We
know,
are
what these young people, what are they listening to?
Well, this is what happens when you're 33, Rose.
God damn.
Too soon.
But it's like, you know, I do think, so there is a part of me that does see the point of like, I do think nowadays, like literally like when somebody's famous, like they don't necessarily like even really have much star quality or like much talent, I guess. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Do you think that overall, and partly this could be kind of towards that Met Gala comment about how the celebrity status, the exclusivity of it is changing?
Yeah.
And that there are more quote unquote celebrities now than there ever has been.
Sure, in that sense.
Because there's so many like social media influencers.
Right.
Now that, like there's so many. I remember I swear to God, there was like a documentary or something that I was going to watch. And it was talking about they like were going to do a test where they gave like a month to try to get like 100,000 followers.
Oh God, yes. I
can't remember what it was called.
Yeah,
it was like a social experiment. I need to find it, guys. But anyway, the whole premise of it was talking about how I guess once you hit a certain number of followers, you're considered like an influencer. Right. And let's just say the threshold was 100K because they were saying right now there's like X number of people with over 100K followers and saying like, oh, like that's how many quote unquote celebrities. And they're like, it's so many people. And so they wanted to do like a test to find out how easy it would be to get 100,000 followers.
And you didn't watch it?
No, but I will at some point. Well, I'll try to find it and I'll watch it for you guys and we can comment. But anyway, the reason that Laverne. Zoe Laverne. Zoe.
Is it Zoe or Zoe?
Zoe.
I don't know.
Anyway, we old guys.
Oh.
But anyway, Zoe, I guess what had happened is her and her partner, they're just had a baby. Got really excited.
Young.
I know, 20 years old. And she decided to like do, I guess, exclusive photos of her newborn. So she like put like a paywall up or whatever. I don't know if it was on her story or something where people could go and click and pay like $15 and get exclusive photos. The thing is, she got a lot of backlash for this because they're like, you're exploiting your child. Yeah. You're doing all this stuff. What are your thoughts?
I mean, what's the difference between this and family vlogging?
Well, and also to this point, this isn't a new concept. Do you not like before social media became like so huge and stuff? Do you remember how there would be like such huge, not scandals, but people were like, oh my God, Christina Aguilera sold her baby photos to Time Magazine for $1 million.
It's not new, guys. It's not new.
The concept is not new.
Again, it's the attacking of the Instagrammers, and you know, again, I'm not saying it's a good thing, and I wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not new.
Yeah,
it's definitely not new.
I don't condone it because I think again, like I do feel like there's this whole, and we've talked about this. It kind of links in with the family vlog channels and stuff.
Yeah,
there's this whole ickiness about exploiting children that can't give consent. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you. And people are going to debate this back and forth. Obviously, it's like a very controversial topic, but I just think like when you're putting photos of your your newborn child and you're charging people for it, you're in a sense profiting off your child. Yeah. Now the question could be, okay, well, what are you doing with that money? Like, are you putting it into like an education fund for your child, or what are you doing with this? Yeah. And I think 9 times out of 10, they're probably not. You know what I mean?
And also, like, she has 21 million followers. Mm-hmm. She's probably fucking loaded. Yeah. That's another thing. It's like, you know, do you really need to do this? But again, at the same time, if celebrities used to do it, nobody batted an eye. That was very normal. It was like very, very normal because I remember there was like a whole competition going on. This was years ago to be like, which celebrity's gonna get more money, right? Like there was like, they're like, this person got $1 million. J-Lo got like 4 million for her twin picture. You know, like, and then they'll do like a photo shoot sometimes with the baby. Like, I'm sure they get a cut out of that. Oh, they would 100%. They would. And I think there's something to be said. Like, yes, you're famous in your own right? Yeah. But it's like, do you want to bring your child into that? That's the thing. Do you want to exploit your child like that? Exactly. And then, you know, years later when they grow up, maybe they're thankful for it, but maybe not. Maybe they're going to look at you and be like, Mom, like, why are my baby pictures everywhere? Yeah. Like, why did you sell them for $5 million? Or they won't even understand the concept. I don't know. It's just a weird concept. Mm-hmm. Oh God. But anyway, apparently there's been a lot of people jumping on this. How much money she made? Didn't say, but it was just saying, you know, people are it's funny because I feel like $15. She was charging it for $15. Mm-hmm. God, who's paying for this? You would be surprised. There's people paying out there for everything. I know. Okay. Listen, sell your foot photos, sell your fucking, you know, whatever photos. Go on OnlyFans. Do all that. But like, yeah, don't bring your fucking child into this.
I agree. I think, you know, it's one thing where, you know, for example, you have a small network of people on like your like socials, like your Facebook. Let's say you have like 100 friends or 500 friends on Facebook. You share your baby, maybe 1 or 2 baby photos there. Yeah. Versus, or even on Instagram, but you have a private account with just your friends. Yeah. You share your photos there because it's more to show your friends, right? Like your actual people you know, versus selling and making money off your children's photos. Like there's just something that just feels really wrong about it.
But again, like family vlogging, similar concept, maybe not as explicit. You're not saying, hi, like pay me for these photos of my baby. Yeah. But if you're putting your child in your thumbnail, if you have, you know, you're posting about their birthing and, you know, how they are with the first bite of food or crawling, and you're posting those videos, putting ads on those videos, having sponsors for those videos. Yeah. Is there a difference between charging money to your followers directly and profiting in a different way? And
then my question would be to those, you know, people that are making money off their children, like, are you actually, what am I trying to say? Is there equal distribution of profits? You know what I mean? Like there's so many weird concepts here where it's like, I don't know. It just, the whole thing.
What's worse, this or family vlogging?
I don't know.
Like I almost feel like family vlogging is sometimes worse because you're filming your child.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like there's embarrassing things that they post.
This
like
is
they'll
true.
be like, oh yeah. Like,
whereas this would be a couple.
It'll be like a few
Actually,
photos.
This makes sense. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it again, like, you know how that we did talk about like child stars back in the day that were like child movie stars and stuff, and it's slightly different. I mean, it's still like a little bit of gray area
still,
but it's like they're working on a specific project, right? Like you're working on like a movie or whatever else. You're not filming their life. Yeah. And that's when it starts to get really invasive, and also it can cause. I feel like you know, there's probably gonna be studies on this later because it's like a fairly new concept.
Yeah, I do want to know.
But how does it impact children to divide that what's real and what's acting and what is your real, like? Because imagine if you're filming, because like no matter what, when you're filming on camera, like even right now, we are pretty true to ourselves, but there's still an element of us.
There's a difference, for sure. Yeah.
And if your kids are constantly on these things, they're gonna like be like, well, what's real and what's, you know what I mean? Like, and that distinction, and I don't know, it gets.
I know.
Oh, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
She apologized, huh?
Yeah, she did apologize.
What did she say?
She said, "I'm sorry." She said in a video to her fans after explaining she didn't think about her decision in any other wrong way that it could have been looked at. I guess she was like, and then I think she did take it. Oh no, she took it down off of her like main post. But then I guess there was still a link in her bio to go to those exclusive photos. So I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, again, like people do this in different ways. It's still wrong. I do think it's a problem. Yeah. But I mean, you know, she's also 20. She probably has a team that's like, you should do this.
Exactly.
We can make a lot of money.
Exactly. And her team is making a cut. So they're encouraging her and being like, hey, do this. Because then I'm going to get a kickback of like $3 per everyone that does it.
God, imagine.
Yeah. Well, this is the
your
part of
baby.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucked. Like imagine, like I just imagine if you're a family vlogger, like a pregnancy must feel like you won $1 million. Oh, huge. Because you kind of fucking did.
Well, and it's funny because it is funny how those family vloggers, they just seem to get pregnant all the time. It's like their baby gets to a certain age where they're not really a baby anymore. They're getting to that kind of like, you know,
that age where nobody's interested
and
anymore.
all of a sudden they've guess what? Baby news. Baby? Yeah. We're having another baby, guys. This
pregnancy reveal.
Pregnancy reveal. It's our 6th.
Gender reveal party.
Yeah. Oh God. Let's not even start about gender reveal parties. Oh my God, that craziness last year of gender. I don't know if it's still going on.
Yeah. But I mean, we haven't heard from the gender reveal madness for a while.
There hasn't been any deaths recently, which is good. You know, nobody's grandmother has died from an explosion.
Oh my God, seriously.
No father has blown his head off from like fucking explosives in the garage.
I just remembered my rant about gender reveal parties. God, I'm such a bitter old woman.
Well, no, I don't think conceptually, I don't get it. But again, if you want to have a gender reveal party, I think there's ways to do it that is like make a cake where you cut it.
Maybe for your closest, friends and family, make a little cake. It's fine. It's cute, whatever.
My friend, because one of my friends did a gender reveal, went to the gender reveal. All they did was cut a fucking cake and some little things fell out that said it was a baby girl. Yeah. Okay, cool. Like Smarties or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
We weren't lighting up the place on fire, throwing explosives, having gas go across, starting fucking forest fires.
Oh my God. Seriously?
guys,
Did they get charged? Those people?
I don't know. I didn't follow up on that, but I remember distinctly. I think it was in California. I want to say California.
Yeah. There was definitely some issues in California.
Yeah, they were already having wildfire problems, and then all of a sudden, like a couple of these gender reveal parties, like literally ignited like thousands of acres of forest, like because of the gender reveal.
Oh my god,
horrible. Well, and another one, the worst one was like, well, not the worst one. They're all pretty bad, but I remember there was that one in New York where I think it was New York where the father was like creating the device in his garage and died.
Guys,
imagine
there are 2 things that could happen, or maybe 3.
Okay.
Boy, girl, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not that like there are 8 billion people in the world. Your child isn't that special.
Oh God, I know. But
you are like, your child is special to you, and it's great. Have your party, but don't kill people in the process.
I know.
Don't start wildfires.
Like, how sad is that? That mom is gonna grow up. Like, I mean, not mom. That the daughter's gonna grow, or daughter or son, I can't remember, is gonna grow up and gonna be like, yeah, we're really sorry. God. Your dad's not here because
that's really fucking sad.
Yeah, he died making a device to reveal your gender.
Oh God.
Oh God, guys.
Whoop-de-doo, I'm a girl. What's next?
This was a really, really big story. I don't know if it happened last week or recently. Have you heard about this? About the huge Facebook whistleblower?
Oh, is this when Facebook and Instagram went down and everyone was like, oh my God?
No, I don't know.
I think that's related, no?
It could be, potentially.
Okay,
so basically what had happened is, hang on, I'm going to get the... So
God, I love a good whistleblower story.
I know, but the crazy thing is, okay, so this lady, Frances Haugen, basically, I guess she worked at Facebook. She's worked at Google. I think she worked at a few other places. Worked at Facebook for a couple of years, and then privately copied some documents.
Okay.
And then basically left. And when she left, she decided to go public, and she went and she took the documents, I guess, to I want to say Securities and Exchange Commission or something, some legal body in the US, and basically was like blowing the whistle on Facebook. And a couple of the things that she was saying, like some of her claims, there were some big claims, some bold claims.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. One of them, I'm not going to say it quote unquote, but actually I probably can.
So, okay, yeah, I really want to hear the claims. I have heard about the whistleblower, but not that much information.
Yeah, so I guess her lawyers have filed 8 complaints. Oh yeah, it is with the Securities and Exchange Commission, focused on Facebook's public statements about issues including that Facebook knew about how organizers on the January 6th Capitol siege used its platform, how effective it is at removing hate speech, and how Instagram makes body image issues worse. So I guess there's Facebook is like denying or like just not acknowledging or hiding some of the stuff that it knows how bad the platform is. And I remember watching, I haven't seen the full interview because I think she went on 60 Minutes as well.
Oh, interesting.
And was like I need to watch it like to get the full.
Damn.
Yeah, it's huge.
The tea is hot.
The tea is so hot because she talked about how Facebook basically is, and again, guys, we're in capitalism, like this, in a capitalistic world. This doesn't surprise me, but how Facebook chooses profits over like what's right.
Oh,
yeah, which is
I mean, do we need a whistleblower to tell us that?
Exactly. So one of the controversies which she brought up was, I guess, there's been a lot of studies done, internal and whatever, that they know that through the studies that they've done, especially in young girls that get onto Instagram, Facebook, whatever else. I think it was Instagram specifically, that their rate of like suicide and all this stuff is like hugely increased. Right. Yeah. But yet Facebook was still trying to launch. I guess they're trying to launch like Instagram for kids. Like there was a huge. Right. Yeah.
So basically, in the public, they're saying, we don't think there's any issues with Facebook. We're not responsible for this, even though they know that they are. Yet they are still continuing to worsen this by creating Instagram for children. They put a pause on it.
Facebook's put a pause on it. I think
because of this.
I think because of the backlash.
Ooh, snap.
And another claim that she made, which again, I don't think it's so groundbreaking, but the fact that she's working at Facebook and saying that they know what's going on at Facebook is like what's really caused the issues.
Yeah.
And one of them is around like basically the way that you get the best content that gets pushed in the algorithms is the one that has more engagement, right?
Sure.
And of course, the ones that typically have more engagement are polarizing and are more like controversial, right? And those are the ones that are going to help generate more ad revenue. They're the ones that are going to like, promote more engagement within these posts. So instead of like suppressing some of these posts, which Facebook could do, they just keep, because they know that they're going to get that money and that profit. And I think she basically had like tons of internal documents just basically proving like that, this is the case. Like they are choosing not to do as much kind of auditing and suppression and all of this stuff that they claim to do in the media, like whitewashing, but behind closed doors, those are the posts that are making them the ad revenue and the billions of dollars for them. So there's a lot of controversy.
So now what's happening?
I don't know. I think that this is going through.
She's brave, man. Taking on Facebook.
Well, this is it. And you know what's crazy is like there's like a whole. Again, guys, I don't know the full intricacies of it, but like if you're like a whistleblower, you're supposed to be entitled to some
whistleblower
protection.
Like, protection, yeah.
Yeah. But there's like controversy that they're saying that Facebook is going to try to like sue her.
No, there's definitely whistleblower. That's a hard word to say. Whistleblower.
Whistleblower.
There's definitely whistleblower laws.
Yeah,
protection laws. So, but I mean, I wouldn't put anything past,
exactly. And as long as
America.
Exactly. And as long as the documents that she has are not justifiable, are, they are not falsified. Right. Because there's a difference between obviously being a whistleblower and being someone that's slandering a company because they're like a disgruntled employee.
But I mean, even then, like, remember, like, I don't know the full details and I don't know. This is a little bit different because it was like against like the government, for example, like Julian Assange, like the guy that, do you know anything about this?
I can't remember.
God damn, Daniel, this be a big story.
God damn, what did he do?
So he was not American. He's like Swedish or something. I can't remember exactly. But he had this company called WikiLeaks. Have you heard of WikiLeaks? It was like this company that like basically like exposed, governments and, companies and like all this kind of stuff. And he like exposed the US like government for like the war. And like the things that they were doing in the war, basically saying that like, the war is like unjustified. Crimes. Yeah. And there was like videos that got out. And then basically the US government has like been out to get this guy. I don't know exactly what the update is. Yeah. This is a long time ago. Yeah. But like basically this guy like can't go to the US. Like he'll be arrested, like all kinds of shit.
It's crazy because like there's even though, and I feel like there's like, I want to say quote unquote protections for whistleblowers. Ultimately, I feel like even like, so for example, this lady, Frances Haugen or whatever, I can't pronounce it, but maybe she's protected against Facebook to sue her and whatever else. But like now every single like digital media company,
no one's gonna hire her.
They're not gonna hire her.
I know. Maybe she has a lot of money already. Who knows?
Who knows? But she's gonna be blacklisted, which isn't fair. Yeah. Because because like it's almost like you have to be extra brave as a whistleblower because by being a whistleblower, you're going to impact your job opportunities later on in life. Exactly. Maybe that company can't sue you and they have to just take the backlash. But if you try to get into that industry somewhere else, even though what you did is probably right, like you basically outed the company for doing something that they shouldn't have been doing, other companies are going to be reluctant to hire you because they're going to be like, oh, well, what if that person's going to talk about the shit that we're doing? Because most companies are doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it just creates this like vicious cycle. And I know that there's like protections in place, but really I think once you break news like this, like I don't think that she will probably ever have a job.
That's the thing. It's kind of scary.
Those industries.
So that's why it's like extra brave.
A huge
like,
thing.
And you don't even know like what those things, like how much is it going to protect? Like Facebook is so big.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would be very concerned.
Well, there's been a lot. Facebook has been like recently has been in the news quite a lot.
They're always in the fucking news.
I know. I think it's because
Should we delete our Facebook account?
Oh god damn. I think it's because people are putting more and more pressure on the social media giant.
Yeah.
Because like of polarizing posts, of the way that Facebook, and we talked about this in the previous episode, how it's become a very dark place.
Oh yeah.
It's like not, and it's, the hate speech, the comments, the aggressiveness is gotten insane on Facebook. And there was actually, I don't know if the law got passed, but I know in Australia, there was some controversy where they were saying that news companies are responsible for the comments on their posts.
What?
Yeah. Something along these lines, like news companies that post their post, and if people are commenting, if they're misinforming those, like the people are whatever they're writing, that the news company could be potentially held liable.
Sense.
But and apparently they said, look, an option that you can do is just switch comments off.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't know if it got passed. I seem to remember, maybe I'm misremembering exactly how it went, but it was something along those lines to say.
Internet's becoming a dark place, isn't it?
I think it was to make news companies like more,
credible.
And not just, and also to try to prevent a lot of this kind of hate speech and all these extreme. Yeah. And I've noticed actually on my Facebook, like a lot of like City of Calgary posts and stuff. Like I've noticed like some posts, their
disabled comments.
Yeah, comments are disabled, and I don't know if that's because of this, but like I think probably because the thing is for people that work in social media, disabling comments isn't a great thing because comments is how you get engagement, right? And that's
it's
how you
really
make
good
money.
for engagement.
Yeah. And same with getting likes and everything else. So it boosts it in the algorithm. But again, if your content is like it's quite aggressive and whatever else, and then you're getting more and more engagement, then it pops up into more people's feeds.
Yeah.
It like spreads a, not a great message.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess there's a lot of questions as to like, again, who is responsible? Like, is it Facebook? Is it the users? Is it, the people that are posting the content, the people that are commenting? Like, I think we're going to continue to have these conversations because there's no kind of one size fits all. And what is the answer? I do think, But
then you get to the argument of like free speech.
Yes.
Are we suppressing people if we suppress certain posts just because they have a lot of, hate comments or whatever it is, right? I don't know. It's interesting. It's a very interesting discussion. I don't think there's like a right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole world of these social media platforms is just a really interesting place because, like, how they're like free for us to use.
Sure.
But like, obviously,
nothing is free.
Exactly. Obviously, they're using our data. They're like, I remember Facebook when it first came out, and this is what all social media platforms I feel like do in the beginning. There's like no ads. There's like nothing. You can like really engage and do whatever.
That's the point. You get as many people on board as possible.
And then it's like even Instagram now. Yeah. Instagram has so many ads. Like I'll be going on stories. I actually haven't been on Instagram for a while, but like it's been weeks.
Really, Daniel?
Well, not weeks.
Liar.
No, I did go on today. But like before that, I hadn't been on for like a week.
Do I believe it?
God damn.
Well, maybe you would have remembered it was my birthday if you went on Instagram on my birthday. Outed. Guys.
Oh, you're not going to out me on the entire podcast.
I will out you for the entire podcast. So, on my birthday, of course, I receive all of these, lovely, happy birthday messages.
Beautiful messages.
A lot of messages. And then like
I'm silent all day.
Yeah, Daniel is silent all day. I realized like kind of by like maybe mid-afternoon, I'm like, interesting. Daniel hasn't said anything to me. I was like, wow, he forgot it's my birthday.
But it makes matters worse. Because Rose is probably like, he's probably busy at work
I'm like,
or whatever.
He's busy at work. He's maybe doing something, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Around like dinner time rolls around.
Like 7 or something.
7 o'clock or something. Daniel sends me a message. I'm like, oh, he must finally remembered it's my birthday, Open the message. And he says, so I'm back on the apps. By apps, he means dating apps.
Yeah.
He's like, kill me now. And then I was like,
and that was the end of my message.
That was the end of his message. In my head, I'm thinking,
no hi, Rose, how are you? It's just like, so I'm back on the apps. Kill me now.
In my head, I'm thinking, this motherfucker, he forgot my birthday. So I'm thinking, should I just ignore the fact that he forgot my birthday?
Go along with it?
Or should I call him out on it? And of course, I called him out on it.
Yeah.
So I just said to him, I said,
LOL.
LOL. I said, Daniel, are you forgetting what day it is today?
And then I was like, oh, fucking shit. Fuck.
Oh, God. But I forgave you, and now I'm going to tell the story to everybody I know.
I know you will. And I'm probably going to hear it for the next 10 years of my life until Rose gets senile and forgets it. Anyway.
What's this story?
This is our last story.
Oh, shut up. Did I just read this?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Apparently it's a thing.
Bretman Rock.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Do you know who Bretman Rock is?
Yes. Do you know who Bretman Rock is?
Kind of.
He's a very famous, again, YouTuber, like Instagrammer. Like, I think he's famous on YouTube.
Yeah, he's huge on YouTube. Like, huge.
I can't read it.
So I guess, guys, Playboy makes history with the first openly gay cover star, Bretman Rock.
Oh my God. I mean, good for him. The reason why I'm like shocked and laughing is because I just like, because he I think he got famous when he was like in high school or something.
Yeah, very young.
He was very young. So my image of Bretman Rock is like this young little boy that does makeup. But then as he got older, he like started like working out, got like kind of buff, a little bit built. And I think now he kind of does more like, he's quite, sexual maybe.
I don't know. I don't really follow
I guess
his content.
he is now because now he's on fucking Playboy.
Yeah. And a lot of people
God damn.
I know. A lot of people are like, praising Playboy, being like, oh, this is amazing,
Sure. I mean,
blah, 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 blah. And then obviously there's been backlash.
What's the backlash?
Well, people are like, why? Because Playboy is typically like, it's a magazine. Like
for women. No, for men.
For men, yeah.
For straight men,
For straight men, exactly. It's like
Right.
typically,
I mean-
and I could be wrong, guys. Like, I mean, I've literally never bought a Playboy in my entire fucking life.
Shocker,
So,
Daniel. Maybe you'll start now.
oh goddamn, now
Maybe they're just trying to expand their,
they're trying to expand their demographic.
Yeah,
you're
you know?
right. So
you gotta roll with the times. Straight men aren't buying these anymore.
well, this is it.
Maybe.
This is what they said. Is they were saying like again, I think the magazine industry is like
Dying or dead. I'm surprised they're even still around.
I know. I'm surprised because like if you think about it, I remember back in the day before social media. God, we're old. And you
yes,
used to
we
go
lived in the days before social media.
We'll call it the times of BSM.
BSM.
But actually,
Before social media.
yeah.
Why does that sound like BDSM?
I know. I was just thinking like, well, because you're a kinky woman, Rose.
Anyway, continue.
But no, like when I remember being a kid, like going to the grocery store with my parents, and then there'd be like all the magazines with like Britney Spears and all these people, and
sources tell us that Britney Spears has had an affair, like all kinds of crazy shit.
They're still there, but like,
oh my God.
Like I don't feel
who
like
buys magazines? Legit. When's the last time you purchased a magazine? Cannot remember.
No. Like I don't know, but anyway, so I think that's part of the reason is Playboy's trying to like generate controversy, which they have, to get them talked about more because I think they're like a dying in publication.
Are they though? I do wonder. Anyway, continue.
I feel like they are potentially. They used to be huge though. They made so much money.
This is the thing. Before pornography.
Yeah. Well,
like
pornography was still going on during Playboy.
Was it though? Like when did Playboy actually come out though? I'm sure when it came out, like, it was like because like what's his name? Hugh Hefner. It's like, he was very old. Yeah. He passed away. What was he, like 90 something?
Mm-hmm.
Old man.
Yeah, he was very old.
I'm pretty sure it came out before internet times. I mean, not like before like porn, essentially.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think maybe it was like.
Yes, because first came like the dirty magazines, then came the movies.
Yeah, true.
I think.
But the porn movies came out pretty like long time ago.
Yeah.
They use the cheesy like 80s porn, things like that.
Yeah, but Playboy is definitely older than 80s and 70s.
60s porn.
Was there 60s porn?
I don't know, guys. But anyway,
either way, it was like a way for that's why it used to appeal to a straight male audience.
Exactly.
But then now actually, I think like women, for example, like are like, ooh, Playboy, like I'm a Playboy bunny. Oh my God, Playboy.
Well, I know it was a very popular Halloween costume.
Yeah, it's like a thing, It's like a whole culture. They're like, oh my God, like let's dress up, like go to the Playboy mansion. Like, I feel like guys don't give a shit about this anymore. It's kind of like, like Victoria's Secret, for example. Who's it actually for? Is it for the straight man or is it for the straight woman? Because like people.
Or is it for the gay man?
Is it for the gay man?
Who knows?
Exactly.
No one gonna tell you.
Exactly. Because is it? I'm sure, like guys appreciate a Victoria's Secret model, but like I think the people that obsess over like the runway stuff is all women or maybe gay men. Yeah.
So anyway, interesting. I mean, congrats to him. That's
is there actually backlash?
I think there's been some like people being like,
people have no life.
I know they're like Playboy's meant for this is appealing to the wrong demographic. Blah blah blah.
Guys, who cares? Let the company do whatever the fuck they want. If they want to start putting like, I don't know, fucking whoever on their cover. Yeah. Who gives a motherfucking shit?
Exactly.
I honestly cannot understand why people care about something like this.
It's like, and the people, the funny thing is though, the people that are probably giving a little bit of controversy, they probably don't even buy the magazine to begin with.
Are you even buying the magazines?
Exactly. Apparently it's they do a digital partly digital publication, I guess. But like, this is the funny thing. I feel like a lot of the loudest people on the internet around this kind of stuff, they weren't even buying it in the first place. So you know what? If you weren't buying it in the first place and you're not a member of that particular like thing, shut the fuck up. It's like when the things were implemented here. I'm not going to go into detail because we're not going to talk about it for a few episodes, but the vaccine exemption program. That which must not be spoken about. But when that happened, a lot of people were like getting feral in the comment section. I'm like, half these people probably never even went to this fucking restaurant. Yeah. So you know what you can do? Shut the fuck up. Take your business elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
honestly, I don't get it. Maybe it's like the whole thing where people are saying like, oh, it's
a slippery slope.
No, as in it's like one of those things where people complain about the woke culture. You know what I mean? Like, so for example, I don't know if you spend enough time on the internet, but
I don't.
it's like when people, when people are like, oh, I want like a black Cinderella or something, Yeah. And then like there's the people that are like, we must have a black Cinderella, and it's like a big deal. And then the other side of the spectrum is like, oh my God, we don't need to turn everything into like a race, thing. Why do we need a black Cinderella? And then it's like so then people are probably saying like, oh my God, do we really need to make Playboy into like, like a statement, like a woke statement? Like, does it have to be,
Yeah.
I think maybe that's part of the, again, doesn't mean it's justified. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you want to have a fucking gay man on your fucking magazine, go right ahead. Okay.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's all stupid. Like, I mean, do I care? Do I give a shit? Like, not
do
really.
Do we even buy Playboys?
Yeah.
No.
Do I think it's like a monumental moment? Not really at the same time.
Yeah.
So like, cause I do think like, yeah, it is probably just like a way to just be like, oh, look, we're woke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they've been fucking exploiting women for many years. So like, we could have that conversation.
Exactly. And unrealistic body standards,
exactly.
all that kind of stuff. Promoting that kind of image with the fake boobs, everything else.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's it's interesting. But anyway, so that's what we'll leave you with, guys. I'm not sure what your thoughts are on Bretman Rock. Bretman Rock being on the cover of Playboy.
Can I see? Can you scroll a little bit? I want to see what he looks like. Oh wow, it's interesting. He actually dressed up as the bunny.
Oh god damn, Roses.
Oh wow, he's like a very
You guys, if we were just watching like a little
sexual.
It is very. We watched a little clip.
Oh, God damn, Daniel, that word I've never heard you say.
I can't even speak. I don't say it very often, Rose.
I don't think you
do.
ever
We just watched a little clip on this article.
He looks good, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's been working out.
He has been working out.
Damn, I need to.
Drop that routine.
Makes me want to get into a workout regime,
Oh, goddamn, maybe you should dress up as a Playboy. For Halloween. Or should we dress up as a Squid Game character?
I think I want to do Squid Game.
But I feel like everyone's going to do the Squid Game.
That's true because it's so big now.
But well, you know what I want to do? Oh, I don't want to tell you.
Don't tell people.
Okay.
Guys, it'll be a surprise. And that actually is a great segue. If you haven't seen Squid Game yet,
guys,
you should definitely watch it.
Watch the shit out of Squid Game.
Exactly. Because, for those of you that are already part of our lovely Patreon fam, that is what our exclusive October episode is going to be about, isn't it? We going to do a deep dive into the game of Squids.
We're going to release it earlier than usual.
Yeah.
Because, people are watching it now. I feel like people want to talk about it.
Exactly.
By the end of the month, it might be old news. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, it is.
It is massive.
Like it is like show. It has gotten crazy.
How many records did it break? Do a quick Google search. I can't talk today. God damn. Apparently. Squid Game is now the #1 show in 90 different countries. Mm-hmm. Holy motherfuck. And it says Squid Game is growing faster than any other Netflix original hit. That's crazy.
Damn.
It'd be crazy. Us Koreans, we taking over the world.
God damn, you'd
be a tiny ass little country.
Mm-hmm.
We got the K-pop, we got the Parasite, we got the Squid Game.
Oh god damn!
We got the Gangnam Style.
Open Gangnam Style.
It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
Wow, I mean, good on you guys.
Anyway, on that positive note, guys,
we will let you guys go.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Rose, you want to do the outro?
Well, guys, make sure you check us out on Patreon. It's patreon.com/TheSaVeg Podcast. Link is in the show notes and description. And you can join us there for only $3 a month, starting at $3 only. And you get bonus episodes every month. Mm-hmm. And the bonuses, the episodes a week earlier than everybody else, and ad-free content.
That's right. And if you're not already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, show us some mad love in that comment section, guys. Check us out on Instagram at The SaVeg Podcast. And if you are listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, don't forget to hit that follow. You'll get updated every time there's a new weekly episode.
And give us that rating, guys. Give us a 5-star review.
Oh, God damn, if you think we're worth the 5 stars, I think we is, but maybe
we're worth 10 stars.
Oh, damn. All right, guys.
Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.